guys, Itchy Tasty 06 here, and I just finished playing Dead Space 3 yesterday. So I finally finished playing Dead Space 3, and I wanted to do a small review type thing on it, on my personal opinions, because of all the controversy going on with the game right now, with them adding co-op and it's more action. So I figured I'd give you guys my opinion to see maybe you will actually go get it now, because it is an amazing game. I loved it, and all my friends that have finished playing it have loved it. I'm going to go with kind of a do and don't type thing, what I did and what I did not like about the game. I will start with the negatives, then work my way up to the positives. The first thing that drove me absolutely nuts about this game was the suits. I hated them, and I wish they would make new suits that I could buy, because the ones that are in the game are horrible. I felt like the Michelin Man was cosplaying Splinter Cell. The goggles, I hated the fact that they took away Isaac Clarke's signature goggle, like mask type looking thing, and made it like these little prongs. I'm not playing Splinter Cell, I'm playing Dead Space. Not Splinter Cell, Dead Space. So the fact that they changed that, they're all neon colors. The only suit that I liked was the graffiti suit, and I think it was part of the limited edition or something, I don't even know. So it's the only suit that I liked in the entire game. I would use the snowsuit for this and then go back to the graffiti suit. Either way, I hated the suits. Suits sucked. Hated them. The controls were also a little weird for me. Isaac is a little bit more easier to control in this game. He's not so clunky, bulk-like. But the control formats were horrible for me. I hated the default, and so I changed it to the next best thing, which was the controller 1, I think. It was the next one over. But for me to run, I had to hold my hand in this weird way just so I could run and like navigate while I'm running. Otherwise, I can only run in a small straight line, and then I'd have to stop and readjust and run. So I figured out this weird thing where I would like hold the controller at this weird angle. Anyway, I didn't like the controls because of that one thing. Other than that, it was fine. The next thing was autosave. There are no... Turn it down a little bit. There were no save points in this game at all. All of it was autosave. Now the thing that sucked about this was, say I really screwed up during this part that I wasn't expecting, and I screwed up really bad, I couldn't just go back to my last save. I would have to restart the chapter. Unless there's something I haven't figured out yet, I would just go on and figured I'd redo it New Game Plus. But I didn't like that there were no places to save my own game, which kind of screwed me over in a couple of times, where I would thought it saved or auto-saved itself, and then I would turn off my system and turn it back on, and I'm like all the way back here. Kind of pissed me off. So I wish that wasn't taken away. I mean, add it to the bench. Hey, would you like to save your game? Yes, I would like to save my game. The weapon slots, okay, you can weapon craft your guns. And you get the scavenger bot, he goes up here, and then you have 2 weapon crafting where you put your new weapons in. But there's nothing for down below. They completely neglected the down below, and that's such an important spot. So they completely neglected that, and so here I am weapon crafting these guns, and I'm having a blast with it, and I'm like, oh sweet, this is a great combination, let me try it. Bam, big boss fight, I can't go back, and I'm stuck with these horrible guns fighting this boss, and I have the guns that were great, I had to replace one of them. So now I'm stuck with an awesome gun and this shitty gun that I can't do nothing with because it just, yeah, I didn't like it. So, yeah. Sucked. I didn't like the fact that there wasn't a 3rd slot, because if I wanted to try out a new gun and then I got stuck doing something else, yeah, whatever. The game was also a little glitchy. I don't know if anyone else really noticed it, but it bothered me in a couple spots. Some of the necromorphs would get stuck, and they would run in one spot and just broken record their noise over and over again. I would just sit there and stare at them like, from me to this camera, and they were just glitching and glitching and glitching, and I'm like, really? So I would shoot them, and the game was just a little glitchy. It only happened to me like 4 or 5 times, but when you can't find out where they're glitching, it was a pain in the butt to find them, and you just, yeah. The trophies kind of bothered me. In Dead Space 2, I still haven't gotten all my trophies, like just like the going through the game, I still haven't gotten all those trophies. Some of them have been a pain in the ass to get. Dead Space 3, my first walkthrough, besides collect all of this and beat the game on all these different levels, I think I'm missing like 4 of the other trophies besides co-op because I haven't played it. So the trophies, they weren't really a challenge to get. First playthrough, most of them have been gotten. Extra content kind of pisses me off. It's been pissing me off since the first game, and it's not just Dead Space, but all of these other games. So what they do is they give you all of this extra stuff that you can buy online. Different suits, personality bots, weapons, this and that. Instead of coming out with like 6 months down the line, an expansion pack that has all of these cool suits, all of these cool looking guns, maybe an extra level or 2 for the optional missions, you have to buy everything separately, and it really pisses me off. So yeah, now let's get to the positives, the things that I loved about Dead Space 3. First thing, and this is probably a lot of people's favorite, is the weapon crafting. I had a blast making new guns. Like, they were just awesome to form and mold, and what combinations can I come up with. It was so cool. Like what was my favorite? The very first one that I made and had a blast with, it was a force gun and a line gun. So I would push them back when I'd be bombarded with these necromorphs, and then just like line gun them down and just destroy these necromorphs. It was so much fun. And then the attachments, yeah, it was a blast. I loved weapon crafting. It is by far one of the best features in any video game that I've ever played. This was like one of the biggest things for people, was the co-op. Oh my god, Dead Space is gonna ruin its name like Resident Evil did by adding co-op in the game, but not a problem with it. Like I said, I haven't played co-op. I've only played single mission, and some of the people that follow me know that I hate co-op games. I hate playing with other people. I'm very weird and antisocial. I'm really kind of shy. So playing with a stranger is really weird for me, and I kind of freak out. But playing on single mode, the campaign on just me, it was like playing the other 2 games. Not once did I ever have to play with an AI. I think I did at the very end, but it wasn't a big deal. Like, it wasn't even there. It was just obsolete. But for the entire game, it was just me. That was awesome. I'm hoping that the co-op is a lot of fun. My boyfriend's playing right now, and I'm waiting for him to finish the game. No, he just went back a couple chapters. He's on like 12, I think. But I'm waiting for him to finish the game so I can play co-op, and if there's a lot of changes, I may make another video. If not, this is the only video you guys are going to get with Dead Space 3. The elements of the game, it's not that bad. There's still a lot of horror in this game, to the point where there was one point where I'm screaming my head off and almost threw my controller at my TV because a necromorph popped out, scared the living hell out of me a couple of times. But for the most part, it's balanced out really well, the amount of action and horror in this game. So yes, it still has a lot of the Dead Space elements. It's a little bit more action, but it's still Dead Space, and it's still a lot of fun. And they mixed it and mashed it and molded it very well, and how it's made, it was very well made. I was very scared about this, to the point where I prolonged me actually picking up the game. I was scared to pick up the game, and I started playing, and it was just great. I loved it. So the elements isn't that big of a deal, and the people that are bitching about it online saying it's all action, no, it's not. Resident Evil went all action. Dead Space stayed true to its name. Dead Space, thank you so much for doing that. For people like me that are horror, like I love horror games, staying to the elements of horror instead of taking them away because gamers don't like it, bullshit, but thank you so much for doing that. The last thing I'm going to really kind of cover is the scavenger bots. I thought they were kind of cheesy, and I didn't really pay that much attention to them, and I just like let them go, whatever. And then it wasn't until I downloaded the scavenger bot personality pack, or whatever it was called, that I fell in love with these things. I mean, I bought the thing, it was $4.99 extra content for Dead Space, and what you do is when you drop it, he makes random comments, and yeah, a lot of them are repetitive, but different chapters will sometimes add in a different saying. What was my favorite one, honey? Something I got on my performance review, I had lacks enthusiasm, but that only makes me lack enthusiasm. And he just says random shit, and it's hilarious. So when you're in like the middle of a battle and you just cleared out and you're all adrenaline and like, shit, you drop him because it goes beep, 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 and he says something funny, you're just like, ah, that was funny, I like that. It was a lot of fun, and it made me use my scavenger bot a lot more, and I was very more amped to use him because of that, besides other things. But yeah, I really like that. I wish it was part of the game rather than a extra downloadable content, but either way, I loved it. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my thing with Dead Space 3. I am going to give this game like a 9.75. I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I couldn't stop playing it. I would be at work freaking out because all I want to do is come home and play this game. So I would get it, try it, and it's really good. It's really true to its name. It stays Dead Space. Other than that, have fun with it. I know I did. I can't. There's a lot of replay value as well. So yeah, have fun with it. I hope this this video changes your mind towards the game. But peace out. It's your tasties out. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to add in, but completely forgot to do, to the people that follow me again, I wanted to do a review on Resident Evil 6, I really did, but I couldn't get through the game. Leon, I kind of went through and I had fun, and then, oh my god, it's cold. I started doing Chris's campaign, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was all action. I felt like I was playing Call of Duty, and it was just, I couldn't get through the game. I'm sorry. I really wanted to play it. I was so excited for the game. I was hoping like hell, based upon the reviews and what they were saying about the game, that it was going to go back to horror and this and that. But to me, it just failed me, and I was so upset that I wanted nothing to do with the game. So, like, I even watched my boyfriend play through Jake. I watched my boyfriend play through Ada. I'm sorry, I really did try, and it was just, it broke my heart here. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that in there. I forgot to say it in the beginning of the video. So, yeah. Night. So you don't like shopping with me no more?
No, it sucks.
You suck. Alright, so I don't like this, I do like that. That's fucking awesome. You suck at playing this game.